Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Cameron. Cameron is from Glasgow in Scotland. So, let's see what Cameron has to say. Enjoy the interview.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Cameron. How are you?
Ash, how you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you very much. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for asking.
Very good. How's the weather look like? You're in Scotland, yes?
Yes, I'm in Scotland, just outside Glasgow in Dumbarton. The weather's good today. The weather's good. I mean, the sun's kind of shining through, so yeah.
In London as well. In London, this morning was a bit cloudy, but it's been on and off. The sun is being coming out, so it's the weather right now.
Yeah, it's that time of year where everything changes, isn't it? And I think when you're down in England, in London, we get the opposite from you. So if you guys are raining, we're sunny. And if we're sunny, you guys have got the rain. I don't know why.
Oh, really? That's interesting. So you are based in Glasgow?
Yeah, so I live just outside Glasgow, in Dumbarton.
I see. And what's the most interesting part of living there, in your opinion?
I've always been really proud to be Scottish, and I love where I live. I love living in Scotland. But I would probably say my favourite part of living here, or the most interesting part, would be, you guys have probably got it in England a little bit as well, but like the nature. And there's loads of like places to go really nice, like, you know, hill walks and hiking, and there's so much like scenery and just, it's really pretty sometimes.
I'll tell you something, I've been in England for the last 14 years.
Have you? Where are you from originally?
Brazil.
Ah, wow, amazing.
From Brazil. So I've been living here for the last 15 years now, and I never managed to go to Scotland, but I can't wait now for this epidemic finish.
Yeah.
Sure. I had already a few guests on the show from Scotland, and I can't wait to this finish so I can organize like a little parts, everyone together. So I can meet everyone from Scotland. I can't wait. So many nice people, so many friendly people over there. So I can't wait for the thing to finish so I can organize that.
Absolutely.
And what do you do for a living, Cameron?
So I'm a hairstylist, and I work in Glasgow. So
I see. And what do you like the most about your job?
I love it. I love it so much. Originally I didn't want to do that, but it just kind of found me, and I've done it since I was 15 years old, so almost 10 years now. And I love it. It doesn't feel like I'm working when I'm doing it, and I think that's when you know you found the thing for you. And I didn't think I would ever do it, but it just kind of found me, and I love it. I'm really passionate about my job, and I love meeting new people every day and hearing other people's stories, and it's lovely. It's more than just doing their hair, you know, that's a big part of it, but there's so much more, just the relationships that you build up over the years. I love it so much.
Very good, very good. Right, Cameron, so welcome to William.
Yes.
Oh,
Like excited and nervous at the same time.
Don't worry, the magic box is gonna be very cool to you, very cool to you.
Yeah.
And if there is any question that you don't have an answer for or don't want to answer, I always can pick another one. Okay, there's no pressure.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll try and answer them all, but I'm like,
good. I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it. I'm just gonna play some music now, just for us to get in the mood before the first question. Okay, let's do it. Right, Cameron, ready for the first question?
Okay, I'm ready. I think.
First question is, what would be your ideal day?
Ideal date?
What would be your ideal day, in your opinion?
So, first of all, obviously a guy. That would be a good place to start. And I guess someone that's got a great personality. And I think the key to my heart personally would be laughter. So if someone could make me laugh on a first date, then I would be pretty happy with that. And if you had a great personality and if you were tall, dark and handsome to match that, then it's the whole package. It's an extra bonus.
See, that's good. That's good. And what was your ideal day? Not
Perfect day. Okay. Well, I actually think that, funnily enough, yesterday I had like one of the perfect days because, and it was the first day I kind of left the house for a while because obviously we're in lockdown in the UK and it's really strict at the moment. So yesterday was one of the first days I'd actually left the house in a couple of days because I've been working from home, not like doing clients from home, but just different things I'm doing in the background. So yesterday we went for a lovely walk, and we went out like I think 12 in the afternoon, and then we were still walking around in the Glasgow West End for like, I think it was 5:30, and we were still just walking around and we seen the sunset, and it was with friends and work colleagues, and it was lovely. And to me, yesterday, I literally woke up today and went, yesterday was so good, and it was something so simplistic. It was nothing major, nothing over the top, but it was like a perfect day because it was just so nice from start to finish. So that would be the perfect day for me.
Good. I totally agree with you. I think those very like when you're out with friends in the nature, you know what I mean? It cannot be better. It's just like brings so good feeling. And next, as you said, next day when you wake up, you go like, oh my god, yesterday was really good day.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree with you.
Sure. I think so many people are falling in love with nature now because of the lockdown, because the only thing that they're allowed to do is go outside and walk. So people are really falling in love with it, and it's amazing.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Right, let's
I'm
go.
still laughing at that.
Don't worry. It happens all the time.
That's so funny.
Let's go for the second question, Cameron. Let's
go for it.
Right, let's go for the second question.
Okay.
Right, how would you like to be remembered in life?
How would I like to be remembered in life? I think I'd like to be remembered as like how I view and how I want other people to view me, and that would be, you know, being like a kind, generous, caring person that's bubbly and enjoys helping other people, making them happy and lifting people's spirits. I think that's how I'd like to be remembered as, and remembered for being and having a very kind creative mind and these kind of things. I think that's what I'd like to be remembered for, I hope.
Very good. Do you have siblings as well?
Yes, I have one younger sister. Although I say she's younger, but she's actually only, I think, 18 months younger than me. So we've kind of grew up, you know, going through the same kind of things in life. I've always went for it first, so, you know, and I guess we're pretty close because of that. Funnily enough, she used to always, like, I would always get in trouble first. So because I'm that a little bit older, so I'd get in trouble for stuff first. And then, you know, like 18 months down the line, she would get in trouble for the same thing. But my parents would never be as strict on her as they were with me because I did it first. So it's as though like they were expecting her to do it next, you know? So yeah, but it is what it is. I mean, I had to take that job, that role.
Of course, that's good. You are the man. You're the man of the house, so you know you take the responsibility.
Yeah, sort of.
Another question. Let's do it.
Okay.
Cameron, just before the next question, as you're saying that you're very passionate about your job, you love what you do, but tell me, what's the most challenging part of it, in your opinion?
The most challenging part of my job?
Yeah.
So on a day-to-day basis, I think that the hardest, number one, most part of my job is sometimes, like, there's so many, but there's so many amazing parts to it as well. And I think you've got to take them hand in hand, the good with the bad, but because it can't all be good. But I think for me, the number one hardest part that I found when I was training, and I still struggle with from day to day now, would be reading people's minds. Because sometimes people don't know what they want, and they just kind of want to feel better, if that makes sense. Like they just kind of want something. Totally. And they don't really know what they want, or they try and describe something that they want. So like, if they showed me, so they said to me like, I want caramel hair, or I want like caramel highlights, and I love caramel, and they're obsessed with it. And I'm like, okay, so let me get the shade chart and show you what caramel is. And you show them, and they're like, that is absolutely horrible, that looks red to me, that's too warm, that's disgusting, I don't want that. And it's that thing, like everyone sees things differently, you know, like in general, and everyone sees colours differently. So, and that's what I specialise in, is colouring, and that's my main focus, my main passion in hairdressing. But I think that's the hardest part, is reading people's minds sometimes, because people don't know what they want. I'm the worst as well. I don't know what I want. I go to the shops and I don't even know what I want. It's terrible. We're all so indecisive, and I think sometimes that's the hardest part that I struggle with, is the consultation part, in terms of actually figuring out what do you want. So yeah.
It's very interesting and sweet as well, saying that, because you put yourself in their shoes when you said, I don't know really what I want. It's very sweet. I think it's nice when you. This is a hard, but as you said before, it's a challenge, because people sometimes, me too. Sometimes I go do something. I was like, oh my god, I even don't know what I'm looking for, what I would like to see or to have. And I think I had a hairstylist a while ago as well during the shoot, and asked him the same, and he said exactly the same as you. He said, William, sometimes people come to my premises, or they come to, and sometimes you don't know, they don't really know what they want, or they want something that's is kind of impossible to, because they don't have the hair that we can make that. And sometimes it's a bit difficult challenge, because in the end of the day, you are a bit afraid that you're not gonna get what they want, and you're gonna be blamed. So that's always a challenge. But again,
it's so hard sometimes, it is, and you can't please everyone, and I do think that, but I always try my absolute hardest from the get-go to do that. But I think people, sometimes we have so many ideas of what we want, and we don't really know how to implement them, and that's definitely the hardest part, I think. Yeah.
Great. Next question is, what is your morning ritual, if you have any?
So my morning ritual is something I've kind of been implementing and changing lately, just to kind of see what works. But it's something that I do struggle hard to stay consistent with. And that's always a challenge, to kind of stay consistent with it, I guess. But I always try and wake up at the same time every day. And my morning routine consists of, at the moment, because it's totally different in lockdown to what it would be day to day. So I'd usually be getting up at 6 a.m. for work. I'd usually be leaving the house around 7:30, and I'd be in the salon and work for my first client 8:30, 9 o'clock max, or whatever. But I think at the moment my morning routine is a little bit all over the place, but it mainly consists of waking up usually about 7:30, 8 o'clock, which isn't as early as I should be, and then I get up. I usually go for a cold shower, which is a bit kind of strange. So I love a cold shower in the morning. It just wakes me up. Hot showers make me want to get back into bed and go back to sleep. So a cold shower, or timid water, really wakes me up, wakes up my skin. It makes me feel great. So I do that in the morning, and then at the moment I go out for a walk straight away with my dog, and that gets me out. And I don't touch my phone until I come back from that walk, and that's the hardest thing in the world, especially with social media just now. And my job is social media is a huge part of it. I literally run, because I'm self-employed and I'm a freelance stylist, so I literally run my business from my phone, and it's so difficult not to look at that phone. So, and all these clients are like, I miss you, and I'm thinking about this when we go back, and I'm like, don't, I'm going to start crying. But so I literally lift my phone. I only turn off my alarm in the morning, but I don't lift my phone until I come back from my morning walk with my dog, and that usually takes us to 9 o'clock, and then see what else is happening throughout the day.
I was talking to my best friend. He lives in Canada. He's French, but he lives in Canada. And every morning, so he had the routine of bringing his child to the nursery. My godson, by the way, I haven't met him yet, 1 year old. I meant to go last year, but because of the craziness.
Of course.
Anyway, so I was talking to him the other day talking about something, and he said to me, William, I love having a shower in the morning, a cold shower, because it just, as you said, it just brings up everything. You just feel more awake, and you don't feel like going back to your bad mood, So it's the same thing as well.
Yeah, it's really good for you.
Yeah. I'm not that brave enough. I'm an early person, by the way. I love waking up early, but I'm not as brave to have a cold shower yet.
See once you try it and get used to it and kind of train your body, you'll get addicted to it.
Oh my God.
I promise.
I'll let you know in the future if I manage, okay?
Yeah. For sure.
Let's go for another one. Right, let's get another question for you. Right. What was the last time? When was the last time that you laughed so hard that made you cry?
That's such a good question. It happens a lot because I love laughing.
I can see.
Yeah, I love laughing, and lots of honestly, I don't even know what it is. I just laugh all the time, and so many people in my life make me laugh. And as I said, laughter's like the, you know, when I told you a wee bit too much, but laughter is the key to my heart, and I love making other people laugh, and I love people to make me laugh. So I think to answer your question, I can't really remember any time in specific, but it happens all the time. I think like my friend was telling me, oh, I know. So the other day, I made a video and it's in like my friend's WhatsApp group chat, and I made a video for something that I was selling, and it was, and I just kind of had this product, and I was just like kind of like saying all the good points, all the bad points, but I was being like majorly sarcastic. So I was saying like, you know, do you feel like this in the morning, and do you feel like that? And then I left the product and I'm like, it's this that's going to save your life, and all this kind of stuff. And everyone just sent voice notes, and we were like proper cackling to the point that we were like, I had tears running down my face, and I literally could feel my sides. I was like laughing so much. But yeah, I would say that's the last time, the most recent, but it happens all the time. Like, I love laughing.
Very good, very good. I can see. As soon as we started out, I was like, he's a fun guy, that's for sure. Let's get another one.
Okay.
Yes, feel free to dance. I love it.
Awkward dancing. It's like dad dancing or something, isn't it?
They're not bad or good dancers. Just move yourself. That's what matters.
That's it.
Next question is, what is something you wish you could do every single day?
That's a good one. You are good at these. I would say for me right now, it probably changes because I want something else every day. We all do. We all want stuff all the time. But I think right now I would love to travel every day. That's what I want, because we can't. There's so many restrictions and we're not allowed to. I think right now I'd be like, I would love to travel today. I'd love to do that anyway, you know. But yeah, that would be the answer.
Good, very good. I think everyone right now in the world wish to go somewhere for some reason, isn't it?
Yeah, I know anyone's desperate. I'd love to even just to go down the pond, down your way to London. That would be great for a weekend, you know, a city break. Oh, hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Another question, Cameron. Okay, next question for you is, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Wow. I think in 5 years' time, I'd probably see myself. So at the moment, I need to tell you what I'm doing at the moment, obviously, because I can't stop talking. I don't know if you realise that.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're in the right place.
I don't shut up. Sometimes people get sick of me. Like, they're like, I only asked you one question, you've not stopped. And I'm like, I'm sorry, it's just ramble. So at the moment, I'm doing my teaching degree for hairdressing. So that's really kept me going in lockdown, actually. That's given me a kind of purpose and a focus every day, studying on that. And so in 5 years' time, I definitely see myself using that, you know, more. So I think maybe if I could have my own kind of education business, or if I could maybe go down the route of teaching and lecturing in colleges for like future kind of, you know, apprentices and students in hairdressing. So I definitely think I want to use that within the next 5 years. And as I say, at the moment, I am salon based, but I'm freelance and I'm self-employed. So I think in the future, you never know, I might have my own salon one day. There might be something else going on, who knows. But I definitely think I want to go down the kind of education route, and because I think it's so important to give back, and I think it's so important to give back to an industry that has helped me so much over the last almost 10 years. And I think that's something that, you know, I never ever trained in those kind of salons that had these amazing opportunities in these kind of amazing art teams and all this kind of stuff. I never grew up in those kind of salons, but I've had so many amazing kind of opportunities that have came my way, and I think I would love to motivate younger people and kind of break that stigma of what hairdressing would be as a career. So to answer your question, to cut a long story short, I would say I definitely want to kind of go down that route, maybe have my own salon one day. You don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I think as long as you've always got a goal and an aim and an ambition, then you're definitely going to get there somehow or get somewhere.
And I can't wait in 5 years' time, come to our salon to say hello to you. I can't wait to come to our salon in 5 years' time.
Absolutely. I would love that, of course.
Great. I enjoyed the show so far, Cameron.
It's going great. I'm loving it so much more than I thought I would.
Thank you very much.
That's just me being honest, but yeah, it's great. You're hilarious.
Let's get another one. Okay, next question. Okay, if you could have been in a moment, event history, which one would be and why?
I think that, okay, I've just thought of something. So I think maybe, so I remember when I was really young, I was in primary school. I can't remember what age I was, but I was, maybe about to leave primary school. So yeah, I remember being in primary school, and I remember hearing, I always remember this moment, it's so weird. So I always remember like the day that Michael Jackson died. So, and I just, you're saying, it's made me think of him somehow, just in the past, because obviously he's not here anymore. And I remember being in primary school and being in the playground that morning and hearing about Michael Jackson had died, and it was kind of like this big thing, and I kind of knew who he was from a young age, and everybody knew who he was. And I think there was an atmosphere, and we were so young, and we wouldn't even be like that much appreciative of him at that age. And I remember everyone knew who he was, and I was thinking, like there was just this atmosphere that whole day, and it was so like touched. So I think if I could go back to a moment, it wouldn't be the moment, of course, but I think if I could go back to, if Michael Jackson hadn't died when I was such a young age, I'd have loved to have seen him live in a concert. So I wish I could have went back in time to that, because I think he's amazing and I love his music, and I think he's such a great performer and entertainer. So I'd have loved to have seen him live at a concert, because I love going to concerts. So yep. Very
good. I'll tell you something now. When I find out when he died, I'll never forget as well. I was literally getting off the tube in I think it was Notting Hill. I was getting off the tube, and one of my very close friends who lives in Portugal, he sent me a message, and I didn't have reception. So when I came up the tube, the reception started out, and I could see a message. Oh, Michael Jackson! Just let you know, Michael Jackson just died. When you listen, it took like what? Like it took like a few seconds for me to digest the information, because I was like, no, it's not possible. What do you mean Michael Jackson died? It took a while. I think it took a while.
And what age were you when you heard that news then? If you don't mind me asking.
As I said to you, I was like, I couldn't believe it. Took me a while, and I replied back to him. I was like, what? Really? Like, what happened? Or I was trying to figure it out. And I forgot, but I'll tell you a funny story about Michael Jackson. Funny, interesting. When I was 7 years old, like around 6-7 years old, I was in Brazil, of course, and there was a question at school. My teacher, she gave us like a questionnaire, like question about things about yourself, and there was a question was written, what would you like to be when you grow up? So
such a hard question.
My answer was Michael
Jackson.
Jackson. That. I put Michael Jackson. Anyway, so next day she came up to me. She came up to me and said, "William, come here." I was like, "Yeah, what happened?" She was like, "Do you understand this question?" And I was like, "Yes, I understood." Like, do you understand? The question was, "What do you like to be when you grow up?" I said, "Yes, I understood." And my answer is Michael Jackson. And she was like, "But." So she was explaining me that Michael Jackson was a profession, Michael Jackson was a performer, so I could be a singer. She was explaining, and I was like, no. When I grow up, I would like to be Michael Jackson.
Oh my God!
And I remember she. I think she talked. She tried to explain. I don't remember like details, but I remember getting home as well. And I remember my mom tried to explain to me. I think maybe she talked to my mom to tell her to explain to me. And I was like. I remember my mom saying to me, you know, if you want like to be like a performer, like if you like to be like Michael Jackson, you need to sing, you need to perform, you need to dance. And I was like, no, I want to be Michael Jackson when I grow up. So I remember I never took their answer, you know what I mean? I never forget that. And, I think it was hilarious.
That is absolutely amazing. What age were you then when Michael Jackson died, if you don't mind me asking?
No, don't mind, of course. I was already living in London, so let's see. When he died, I think it was 26 or 25. I was your age at the time, I think. Yeah, I just was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe. But anyway, he never got remembers. Yeah.
Well, it just goes to show people have so many stories that resonate with that time period when he died, and so many stories that resonate with him, because he was just phenomenal, man. Honestly, I still listen to his music all the time.
Totally. Yeah. And there is a YouTube, so there is like a program I saw one day that they take like children, like when they're 9, 8 nowadays, like 8, 9, and they put music of those big stars in the 80s, like Madonna, Michael Jackson. And it's funny because when I remember I watched one, they put Madonna's music, and this child said, "Oh my God, she looks like Lady Gaga." Can you imagine? But the funny thing was they put different artists like in the 80s, in the 90s, but they didn't know. But guess what? When all those children, like different children, when they put Michael Jackson, all of them knew it. Everyone like Michael Jackson. Can you imagine? He gonna live forever. I couldn't believe. Other artists, they didn't remember. They will connect with new ones now. You know what I mean? The more recent ones. Yeah. But when they put Michael Jackson, all of them, they were like, oh yes, Michael Jackson. Can you imagine how is interesting? My God, I felt so fascinated about it. It's like, oh my God, he's an icon, like forever. He's never gonna die. He's a legend, you know? Right. Let's get another question for you. Let's do it.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Right, let's get another question for you, Cameron.
Okay.
Right, if you could have tea, with a fictional character, who that would be and why?
Okay, well, first of all, it'd be coffee, because I don't drink tea.
Let's take coffee.
And second of all, I think, again, great question. I think maybe someone like, so have you ever seen the movie, Mrs. Doubtfire?
Right.
Of course. Who hasn't? I think I would maybe want to meet her. Although that's not a fictional character, is it?
Right. It could be. I mean, it's part of
being sort of. I don't know. I think me and her would have a good laugh. And that's one of my favourite movies. So I guess I would pick her.
Good. Very good. Right, Cameron, I have 3 questions left for you, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay, next question for you is, what motivates you the most in life?
What motivates the most in life? I would probably say other people motivate me the most in life, and I think like circle of friends and my circle of family, and I'd say other people motivate me the most in life. And I think there's lots of people that you can pull inspiration from, and they kind of keep you motivated. And I think like you say, if you've got that 5-year plan, or even that 3-year plan, or that 1-year plan, and kind of strategizing, you have a goal and aim, and I guess that's going to motivate you, and you just need to keep like kind of reminding yourself, every day. We make that part of your morning routine if you want, but remind yourself every day of, who you are, where you're going, and why you're doing it. And I think that's how you can stay focused. And I guess that's what motivates me. So I'd say myself, but then when I can't motivate myself, I would say I rely a lot, but I can't do it myself. So
very good answer. Okay, 2 questions left. Let's do it. Right, let's go for this.
I'm kind of enjoying that one.
Oh, that's sweet. Right, if you could be an animal, which one would you go for, and why?
I think I would probably be It's kind of a random question, but I think I'd maybe get a dog. Because, like, why not? I don't know. Or maybe, I don't know. Endless opportunities.
No, dog is fine. I mean, yeah, me too. Actually, I love dogs.
Yeah. What about you?
It could be a dog. Actually, good question. I would choose a dog as well. I think dogs they
Yeah.
are so lovable. You know what? I'll tell you all the time. I told my friends one day if you feel sad for some reason, just go to the park and watch the dogs playing around. You're gonna go back home full of like your negativity is gonna go away, because when you see those dogs, when I go for a run in the morning and I see those dogs in the park just playing around, doing, you know what I mean, like silly thing, my energy, it just makes my energy, like it just gives me so much good energy to see how lovely, horrible they are, you know, they're so lovely. And yeah, it's gonna be a dog for sure.
A dog as well, because they're, you know, dogs are very kind of sociable. You know, you get the odd one that isn't, and I think, like, you know, if you like compare cats and dogs, like everyone does, I'm terrified of cats. Sorry to offend anyone that's a cat lover out there, but I think dogs, they kind of know when you're like down, and they're just so like bubbly and social.
Yeah, they're very sociable.
That's more. I will be trying to say a giraffe. Is because I just like that they can see everything from a different view and a different perspective.
Sure, absolutely agree with you, for sure. Right, ready for the last one?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it. Right, let's go for the last question now.
Okay.
Last question is, ready? What does money mean to you?
So, that's such a good question, and it's such a complex question. But I think, sure, like, money to me personally, what it means to me personally is, so I think, you know, I think what money means to me personally is, you know, when people say that money can buy happiness, I think I've always kind of thingy about that statement and that quote, because I think, you know, like, to put it into me personally, when I buy lots, because I love that, I feel right, okay, and I work, but I don't think it brings you, I don't think if you had all the money in the world, you know, you only need to look at people that have died over the years, that have been like, you know, millionaires and billionaires and in their life. You know, it doesn't bring you complete happiness. I think what it does is it brings you, because I always say, I don't agree when people say that money can't, because I feel happiest when I do that, and I feel, do you know what I mean? So I think it brings you temporarily happiness. I don't think it's like that it won't bring you happiness, but I think it'll bring you temporarily happiness. But I don't think it brings you, you know, the full picture, if that makes sense. That's what money means to me, but I genuinely think that when you look around you, you know, the people in your life are so much more important than, you know, however much money you've got in the bank. So I think that's what money means to me. I hope that answers your question, sort of.
Good. No, that's good. Understand. And it's funny you saying that, because I was watching an interview like a long time ago, and the question they were talking about money, and this person said, I prefer to come back home crying in a limousine instead of on the bus. I found funny when he said that.
Oh, yeah, I would also prefer that as well. It still you know, or I don't even know if I was allowed to say that, but we didn't take away from that part. So it's really not, that limit crying in is not, it's not brought you happiness, because you're still unhappy, you know. So that's one of the ones, controversial one. Like, I do feel happier if I have more money, but that's do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of the ones. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, I agree. Okay, Cameron, it's not the end yet. Okay, let's play now the quick thinking game. So I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell me one word that comes to your mind. Ready?
Okay.
Right. So let's start with family.
Love.
Okay. How about life?
Life. Exciting.
Okay. Love.
Meh. I'd probably say happy.
Okay. Money. One word.
Controversial.
Okay. Sex.
Yes.
Politics.
Politics. Confusing.
Okay. Fear.
Financial.
Religion.
Choice.
Good. Friendship.
Always.
Good. Desire.
Tempting.
Regrets.
Sad.
Success.
Yes. Happiness.
And how about if I tell you Glasgow?
Let's go. Smile.
Scotland.
The place to be.
Again, I couldn't hear. What did you say? Sorry?
I said the place to be.
Good. Very good. And the last one, hairstylist.
Passion.
Very good, very good. Right, let's pretend I'm going to meet your best friend and I'm going to ask your best friend. Tell me the most beautiful thing about Cameron and tell me something that he needs to improve on. What do you think your best friend would tell me?
So you'd say that I'm loyal and kind and generous, and that's what she would say about me. And then she would probably say that I would need to work and focus on and improve on being more, maybe more thinking about myself.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would probably say that, I guess. I don't know. I need to ask her that, actually.
When she watched the interview,
What do I need to improve on?
when she watched the interview, she's gonna go like, he's right, or maybe he wasn't right.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's see.
Sure.
Right, Cameron. Let's play now, Cameron, in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay? Right. Now you can ask me a question.
Okay. I can ask you a question.
You can?
Okay. So I feel like I've kind of been asking you the same questions already anyway. But yeah, I've been thinking long and hard about this. So I think for you, like, I think this is a really cool thing that you're doing, because you're kind of, bringing people together, and yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. But my question for you would be, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Good, very good question. So I see myself in 5 years' time with this channel in a bigger proportion. I see myself in a 5 years' time working full time just in this project, and I would like as well in 5 years' time to be able to I have other projects as well connect with this one. So like in 5 years' time, I'll be able to be working this project full time, and also be able to manage other projects as well that I have based on this one I'm doing right now. So that's my goal in 5 years' time, and I can wait to get those other projects on as well, because it's all connected with this one right now. It's very similar. It's very it's fun as well. But
Wow.
But first of all, I'd like to get this channel in a bigger proportion, so get more popular, so people can, more people interview. I've done already over 300 people worldwide, and it's a lot of people. So I'd like to focus more, and in 5 years' time, I'd like to be doing that as a full-time job. So let's hope.
Oh,
Let's hope.
wow. That's amazing, and I'm sure you will, 100%.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Did you have a good time, Cameron?
Yes, I've had an amazing time. It's really broke up Saturday in lockdown, so it's been amazing. Thanks
Thank you. No, thank you, Stu. Thanks so much for you to be kind and sweet. And I remember when I approached you, you were very excited about the idea. You're very approachable as well. And, oh my God, I can't wait to do the interview with him. Thank you so much. And before you go, if you don't mind to share a positive quote or a positive message, something that inspires you in life.
Yeah, so I have two. Is that okay?
Absolutely, please.
So my favorite one, I'll tell you first, is never a failure, always a lesson. That's been my motto for like the longest time ever. Like genuinely, every time you fail, it's hard to think at the time, but you haven't failed. Like you've genuinely grew, like you've genuinely learned something, but you don't think about it at the time. So it's been my motto for the biggest time. And my newest motto would be feel the fear, which is something that everybody always says. So it's not kind of personal to me, but feel the fear and do it anyway. That was, yeah. And that was the motto that I kind of thought about when I was messaging you back about this interview. So, they're the two that I always refer back to and I always think about in my head.
It's very interesting saying that, Cameron, because I always tell my friends, I tell even myself as well, if something come up to your life, like a challenge, like an opportunity, anything, even if you feel scared, go for it. Go feeling scared. Just do it. Go feeling scared because you're gonna find a beautiful place out there. So yeah, do it. Even if you're scared, go cry, go scared, go shake, but do it.
You're so right. You're so right. I think another one that I'm just giving you another one now for free.
Please.
It's buy one get one free. So I think like another one would be what's for you won't go by you. So I think what you're saying, like in the past, there's so many opportunities that have came my way that could have been amazing, but I think due to my own self-esteem and my own self-confidence, I've actually turned them down, or I've tried to run away from them instead of actually embracing every opportunity that comes my way now, years later. So I think, feel the fear and do it anyway. And if you fail, then it's just going to be a lesson. And then, what's for you won't go by you. So if someone is giving you this opportunity, then it's meant for you. It's for you for some reason, and you'll figure out the reason later on. So I think now I take every opportunity, but I think before, you don't.
I agree.
Yeah.
Cameron, could be another hour talking to you easily. Could be.
I love talking to people and connecting.
The time just went so fast. I just realized, oh my God,
honestly,
how amazing.
It really has.
That's
honestly.
amazing.
Please stay in touch. It's been amazing. And thank you so much for having me and asking me. Appreciate it. The pleasure is all mine.
The pleasure is all mine. And I'm sure you are such a positive person. Your mind have this set mind, like in a very good way of thinking, and I'm sure you're gonna get, as I told you, when I said to you, I can't wait to come and say hello in your salon, because I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm sure, because the way you express yourself, I can see how much passionate you are about what you do, and that's the only thing what matters. When you're passionate about something, things gonna come somehow, because it comes from inside, it comes from a genuine place. So I'm sure.
Please keep in touch. Thank you so much for having me. And it's been lovely talking to you. You are absolutely hilarious, and
thanks so much.
I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All the best. Thanks so much for your thoughts. Take care. Bye. I'll keep in touch, okay? Regarding the interview, okay? Don't worry.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Take care and have a lovely rest of your day.
Bye. Bye. Did you have a nice time? Enjoy the interview? William and the Magic Box. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, William and the Magic Box. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, just visit our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com. Give a like, share the video, and see you tomorrow with another lovely interview. Bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.